Today is day 1 of week 3. We got one more week left. Actually just got out of class. Today it really wasn't like a hard day or anything. We had we start like emergency evacuation type of things this week. We also had like a proficiency, as you can say, over one of our drills or things that we learned today. So again, like I had mentioned in my other videos, usually the proficiencies that we have, if it is the same day that we learn it, is usually nothing like pretty hard or anything. Later on this week, they had split up our class into 2 groups. So the first group, both groups today actually practice our actual emergency evacuation, and that's basically the one where you're yelling commands and actually doing stuff. So both groups had practice today, like basically saw how it's done and basically was able to practice all of the positions in that situation. Only difference is group 1 will have their proficiency tests tomorrow actually, so they're going to get tested on the emergency evacuations tomorrow, and then group 2, which is the group I'm in, we get tested Wednesday on that one. So I guess that gives us like one extra day to practice it, but at the same time we also have another proficiency on Wednesday. So group 2 will be taking 2 proficiencies on that day, and group 1 will only be taking 1 tomorrow and 1 Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it is something that we're going to learn about the same day, and then we're going to get tested on. So it's not going to be anything too hard. So I'm really not nervous about it or anything. But yeah, that was it for today. I'm going to end it. Oh, and we also did a red carpet walk for all the new hires that came in today. So congratulations to everybody. Hopefully you guys saw me, because I was like one of the first people you will see as you walk in, like into the line. But if anybody saw me, hello, my name is Shanice. That was exciting. It was weird, like knowing the feeling like that was me a couple weeks ago. But okay, let me go ahead and end this right here because my phone's about to die. Hey guys, so I just made it back to my room. I've been back at the hotel for like hours at this point, but I was just in our study room with some of my classmates because we was practicing for our proficiencies that we have tomorrow. So we actually have 3. And I found out about one of those like while walking with one of my classmates to the study room. But obviously it is one of our easy proficiencies. We learn it tomorrow, and then we're going to get tested on it. These other 2 proficiencies, one of the proficiencies, the group that I was in, group 2, I'm sorry if it's like I'm holding it like so high above my head. One of the proficiencies, it was split up by groups. I'm pretty sure I explained it before, but it was split up by groups. So I'm part of group 2, so we have our proficiency tomorrow. Group 1 had their proficiency today. Then we have our next proficiency, which is what we learned today. Everybody's getting tested on that one, and plus the CPR. So group 1 only has 2 proficiencies tomorrow, and group 2 has 3. Truthfully, I was more nervous about doing the proficiency that we learned today because the A position is the main position. I feel like I'm gonna forget something, and it's mainly dealing with the lights. I feel a little confident passing it. I'm definitely feel confident with passing my other proficiency. I know I'm not saying like what proficiency it is. It's just I'm not sure like what I can or can't say. I know for sure like I could say PAs because that is like a known test with my company, but these other tests I don't want to say. And even though like I personally like do and don't understand why I was so nervous about doing it, because truthfully out of all of our proficiencies we have tomorrow, I think this is like at least the second easiest proficiency that we have to do, because literally we're just reading off of a checklist, and we just have to make sure we know physically what we have to do while reading off of that checklist. Outside of that, nothing else too eventful happened. Only thing that happened was one of my classmates, I think he woke up late, so he ended up missing our van, but by the grace of God, he was able to catch an Uber and made it in time. So thank God we did not lose anybody today. Hey guys, so today is Wednesday. If I still look like tired, that's because like when I got to the room, I accidentally took a nap. I was just laying there and then I ended up waking up. So it was unintentional. I just finished, getting my clothes ready for tomorrow because tomorrow is ditching day. So today we had 2 proficiencies and I passed both of those with flying colors. I was so happy about it because like on one of my proficiencies, my instructor, he was basically like constantly telling me that I was doing a great job, and then when it was over, he was like, that was absolutely perfect. So I was so happy about that. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I said yesterday that we actually had 3 today. Well, it was actually 2 because our third proficiency, they did the exact same thing, split us up into groups. So group 1, they went in, learned it, and then did their proficiency, and then we're going to do the same thing tomorrow. They were saying it was pretty easy, which my theory has constantly been correct, so I'm not nervous about that at all. And from my understanding, I think this is actually our last proficiency, I think either for the rest of the week or for the rest of training. So we have slide jump. I think I said ditching tomorrow. We have slide jump tomorrow. So the only thing, I just need to make sure I'm wearing pants and I have on socks. So I'm just going to wear my gym shoes tomorrow instead of my heels. Then Friday, I think that is, we have ditching. Oh, and we also get our uniforms tomorrow. I can see my trip for after I graduate. I can see my very first trip, because at this company, after you graduate, you will get like a guaranteed trip. Your very first trip is like a guaranteed trip, and then after you complete that trip, you're basically on reserve until the rest of your 6 months. Still don't know our IOE trips yet. I think we'll find that out probably the day before we go on IOE. I was also talking to one of my classmates because he also, have prior flight attendant experience, because he came from, I think he said SkyWest or PSA. It was either SkyWest or PSA. And I was telling him, like, I'm so happy that I do have the prior flight attendant experience, because looking at my trip, like when I first started at my old company and they had gave us our IOE trips, I was looking at it like this was written in a whole new language, because in a way it is, because not having flight attendant experience, this is information you learn. But looking at it now, it's like I automatically can look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is that, this is this, this is that. I just gotta learn the new codes. And I was also, because me and him was looking at our trips, and I think on some of his flights he have actual service flights, and my flights is not really like a service flight. Like I don't have the service syllable on my trips, so I don't know if it's a glitch or anything, because when I looked at one of his trips was around the same amount of hours that one of mine is, but mine don't have the little service syllable, but his does. So I don't know. Either way, I cannot wait to finally get out there on the line. So let's keep persevering through the rest of the a little over a week left of training. Hey guys, so today is Thursday of week 3. Pretty sure you guys already know, like, it is hours after I have already gotten here. So today was retake day for when I had counted how many people, it was 14 people who needed to retake some proficiencies. And out of the 14, we had lost 2. So it seems like every week we've been losing 2. And truthfully, those the main 2 that I felt the worst for, because like we're at the end of week 3, and like this is basically the home stretch, and they wasn't able to, make it all the way through. But today was also uniform distribution. I got my uniform. I really love like this combination. I really like it. And then there is this combination. Sorry, this phone doesn't zoom out that far. And then there is this dress. So the other dress is called our signature dress. And then this dress is our, I think, just charcoal black dress. Then this, obviously with this one, I think the signature dress looks better. But with this dress, I think the red jacket looks better. But all I got was these 2 dresses. I got 2 of each of these dresses, and then I got these 2 jackets, and I have a like pullover coat. Everybody was required to get also a belt, just because just in case like you decide in the future that you want pants, because with all of our uniforms, if we wear the pants and I think the shorts, it's required for us to wear our belt. But I only got dresses because for my uniforms, I'm only a dress person. I've just come to realize that for myself, I am only a dress person. So I might change my mind in the future and be like, oh, I want to wear some pants, but truthfully, I doubt it. But I just got these I just got these 8 pieces. So my dresses are a little big on me. It is what it is. I still feel like I look good. I'm also under the impression that like for the first 2 weeks of training, we will be wearing regular clothes, and then the last 2 weeks of training we'll be in our uniforms. I don't know if that was the case for other, prior candidates, but for us at least, we're only in uniform for 3 days, and that is the day before OE, and graduation. So the rest of this time, like, we got our uniforms today on Thursday, week 3, but we're still going to be wearing regular clothes until Wednesday of week 4. So I'm still happy. I can't wait to have my wings. I can't wait to even go on OE. I also got my OE schedule today. So I have 4 legs on Thursday of next week. So you might not be able to see it clearly because the phone is focusing on like the window, but I'm already knowing the airports is shut down right now. It's actually like 3:11 right now, and it looks like it's going on 8 o'clock right now just because of the weather. I feel like my, allergies is a rain radar, because every time my allergies start making me like sneeze and everything, that like a couple hours later is when it rains. So my allergies just be giving me a heads up, I guess. Today is Sunday, September 4th. I think I talked to you guys like on Wednesday or Thursday. So Friday was our official last proficiency. Yesterday, Saturday, I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, but we had class on Saturday, which it was mainly just, us doing simulations like mock flight and everything. And then at the end of the class, we had pool day, which was basically us going in the water and, doing a water evacuation type of thing. So I'm so happy that was at the end of the day, because my braids was definitely wet. And after I had changed my clothes, like my back started getting wet. So thank God we was like headed back to the hotel. I was able to change and dry my hair and everything. At this very moment, we're down to 41 people. We had lost 1 person, and I didn't even realize it until like the last minute. And it was our most senior person in our class. So she had been there before, I want to say a couple months ago, but she had to leave because she had gotten sick. So she had came back and she was passing everything, and it's just out of the blue she had disappeared. And come to find out, she left for personal reasons. But since she had left on her own this time, and this was her second time coming back, I don't think she'll be able to come back. That's just my assumption. I could be totally incorrect. But I should have known like something was off, because like when I last remembered, I thought we was at like 42 people, because every time we split up the groups, it will always be an even amount of people in the 2 groups, but then all of a sudden it became like one group had 1 person more than the other group. So it didn't dawn on me then, but until it was confirmed to me. Tomorrow we have our last test, which is our big exam, our final exam, and then I'm pretty sure test wise we're completely done after that. Wednesday we also have like simulations again. We're basically like doing mock flight and everything. But mostly today I've just been chilling. I've been studying. Quizlet is like my best friend. I'm also happy that I had went back and looked at some fuel ups that I really didn't like. I don't want to say I didn't pay attention to, but in a way I didn't pay attention to it. So I had went back and re-looked at it, and then I went to see if I had any fuel ups for tomorrow, and I do. So I'm actually about to do that now. But it was like I had to record I had to record it raining, because like I was literally in my tablet and it was already kind of dark in here, but the light from the tablet helped me zone out my surroundings. So when I finally like actually looked up out of my tablet, I noticed the room was dark, and I'm like, why does it feel like 8 o'clock in here and it's only like 3 o'clock and I hear it raining? And I'm like, okay, well, wow. Days like this, I am happy I'm actually not out there flying, because I know there is like delays and people stuck in places until the weather gets better. I'm gonna end the video here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for week 4. Bye guys.